afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NationWars 3, the final day of a couple of months long tournament. It's come to the conclusion. It is Championship Sunday. Hello, Funker. Hello, Rotty.
Yo.
Are you excited for the epic conclusion of Season 3 of Nation Wars?
I'm super excited, Sean. We went over it yesterday already, but our semifinals are sick. I think the first match is going to be amazing, and I genuinely believe that we are going to see a surprising champion today. Because obviously everybody... Man, what's wrong with this microphone? Somebody put it like in his mouth.
Oh,
I
probably
basically
LG.
made out with somebody at the old gaming studio.
It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, most people are pretty handsome here, so it's all right. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's going to be sick. I really think we're going to see some really good games.
Funker, it's time for the final day, man.
Yeah, really happy. I mean, yesterday was amazing, quarterfinal day. I said it earlier.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, but you know, semifinals, finals now. Poland versus Korea. It's a really dumb thing to say, but still, like Poland versus Korea, it's gonna be amazing.
France have made it to the top 4 just by the skin of their teeth.
We don't really know how that happens, but it did happen.
They were down 0-2.
The B team is in the top 4.
It may have had something to do with the bracket.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
You know, innocent hand and everything.
Even though the second group stage was pretty tough, I guess.
It was.
Yeah, shame the UK couldn't make it. They had a really tough bracket in the qualifiers as well. Could have made it to the main tournament, but a little bit of...
If only you were actually allowed to play in it as well, Sean. You
mate.
and Clad the Lad, like,
Oh, mate, if
two
there was
worlds
an
would not
Archon
just
mode-
collide, but work together.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, Clad the Lad and Sean the wannabe lad.
Have you seen his
we would've-
ZVT? He's really good.
Huh?
Really good ZVT skills.
ZVT?
Yeah.
No,
You're
mate.
really good at ZVT.
Terrible at
Like
Zervis
you-
Pro,
you-
so
you-
terrible at everything,
You beat
actually.
me, so
Yeah.
amazing. Obviously,
You're off your game, don't worry.
I was pretty off my game.
Before we
honest.
talk too much about the 4 nations that we have coming up today, if you missed yesterday, you want to watch this.
Alors on a repris les NationWars, je suis super content que ça reprenne, c'est une compétition passionnante et la première rencontre est mythique, Chine contre Corée.
Korea is beatable on these Nation Wars. We expected them to 4-0 every single team.
Je m'attendais finalement à un match assez difficile pour la Corée, genre tu luttes un petit peu mais ça se passe bien à la fin, le scénario qui s'est réalisé du coup avec un score de 4-2 en faveur de la Corée. Le best move pour moi c'est la première map, c'est Parting. Parting engage et ça se passe mal, il back et en fait il y a un disrupteur qui part dans une direction.
But little did you guys know, and did we know, that he didn't lose it. He knew it. He knew.
Et ce disrupteur, quelques secondes plus tard, il va le ramener dans la fight, il va tirer une fois et en un tir il va éliminer 3 immortels de Maxed.
Taking them all away and reversing a really bad situation in his game against Maxed.
À mon avis, c'est à ce moment-là que Parting passe devant dans la game.
Avant le match Pologne contre Hollande, je me doutais bien que la Pologne allait gagner parce que notre est juste trop fort, mais je m'attendais à quelque chose de quand même bien plus serré.
I think Poland is one of the absolute strongest nations in NationWars Season 3, so I know it was going to be very difficult. I still hoped that Holland could have taken it, and I really think they can in theory, but everything has to go perfect, and it didn't go perfect.
It was, I wouldn't say one-sided, but kind of, you know.
I'm kind of disappointed, but you know, it's Poland, they're very good, and they're nice guys too. It's alright, I can live with it.
Au niveau du best move, alors on pourrait presque reprendre dans sa globalité la game de Jonah sur Terrasse de Prion face à Mana, mais c'est surtout on va parler du petit finish où il se passe pas mal de choses dans la game à la fin. Il lui fait une sorte de 360 parfait pile dans ta face et le Mana qui s'est fait broyer. Donc Jonah a vraiment été énorme sur cette partie. Merde, c'était énorme comme match, serré jusqu'au bout, jusqu'au dernier split.
Truc de ouf, le match était serré, on le savait, les Canadiens étaient préparés, ils avaient affûté leurs machettes.
Ah, la France est qualifiée, bordel!
Tous les joueurs ont été énormes d'un côté comme de l'autre. Honnêtement, même Stefano, franchement, il m'a vendu du rêve.
Stefano a tenu son rang et n'a pas gagné ses games. Par contre, Lilbo, lui, a surpris et nous a sorti de la mélasse.
Au moment où on en a besoin, parce que Marinelord il peut pas carrer le truc en entier, bah, t'as Lilbo qui arrive et qui prend 2 cartes là où on l'attendait pas, avec des cartes, des games super serrés. Il bat Huck en jouant sur le serveur Arena dans un PVP ultra tendu.
Et enfin, Marinelord Scarlet, un BO 3. Du coup, trop stylé, trop stylé. Et on passe sur le fil, quoi, un peu comme un film de Jean-Claude Van Damme, un bon Jean-Claude.
Et ça montre le potentiel de l'équipe de France qui était quand même pas mal décriée parce que voilà, ouais, c'est la bêtier, Mia Drogo, Firecake, des Chines meilleurs, mais finalement il prouve un peu, enfin pas forcément il prouve le contraire, mais il prouve que voilà, même si éventuellement on peut dire que c'est la B-Team, elle est capable de gagner, de défoncer tout le monde.
Best move du match, clairement Marine Lord qui calme Scarlett et ses Zerglings surtout avec une gestion des mines exemplaire, et là en 3 mines t'as tout qui pète. Et ce qui lui donne cette game et peut-être l'avantage psychologique qui lui aura fait gagner le match derrière. Donc ouais, gros move, gros contrôle des Reapers de Marine Lord. Donc c'est une bête de soirée et ça se joue demain, ça va être chaud, le jeu contre la Finlande, on va les bourrer. Et après la Corée, Inch'Allah, on va voir ce que ça va donner, mais j'ai encore des frissons là.
Vivement que Stefano gagne des games, histoire qu'il nous aide un petit peu, hein, parce que... Oh putain!
Oh merde! Ah, comme d'hab, il part en 2 secondes.
Oh,
Merci,
mec.
Trenet.
Oh mec, moment qui vient de se faire que des ennemis chez O-Gaming.
Ça a bien explosé là.
Drogo was so mad. You see his face?
He's so crazy.
He was so
Oh,
mad.
Drogo was so
Drogo
mad.
You know,
was so mad.
The funny thing is, he wanted to do it next to me first, and I was like, nah, come on, like, let's not do this over here. He's like, okay, I'll do it downstairs. I was like, you go for it, Mo, man.
I heard Drogo came up to us before. He goes, I'm not that wet. And he looks at himself and he goes, I'm okay, but my jacket is soaked. I hate Mom.
Yeah, it's like, it's my best jacket.
It's my
and you
only-
It's my
ruined
only
it.
jacket.
It's my only jacket.
Look at Drogo. Just look at that hate. That is pure hate.
The face of hatred.
Oh, damn. Staring Mom and Dad.
It's like, thank God I'm on camera because I would have
only jacket.
destroyed you.
It's funny because he said that, but also like everyone on the streams, English and French, have always said that too. Like, is that his only jacket?
Yeah, they noticed
Like,
that.
yeah, it is. So that leaves us now, as you've seen with the previously in NationWars 3, with the top 4 nations that have competed over the last couple of months. Obviously, Poland and Korea that we have on our tables, the first semi-final, and then we are going to have Finland versus France in the second semi-final. 2 best-of-7s, and then the grand finale. Best of 9 when we get there
yeah.
later on this evening. So awesome action coming. And I think these games are really close. I think they're going to be really close.
I think both of them can go either way. That's the funny thing. Like, when you think about Korea, like, they're going to 4-0 the entire tournament. That did not happen.
No.
They were humans, you know, after all. They lost games to great players, to be honest. But today, they face the favorite foreign team,
Yes.
Poland. The most stacked team. 3 really great players with a lot of experience, but a new top dog coming to the the table at the same time. They've got an amazing team, and I think Korea might be in trouble.
Innovation only lost a single match all tournament, right? Like,
Yeah.
he lost one match
versus
against
Seral,
Seral.
and then he all killed Finland
And
after that.
Pretty much every single time
And he won
he
yesterday.
showed up, then he won.
Yeah.
So Innovation is still kind of the guy that you look at is like, okay, so who are they going to bring to beat him? Obviously, you look at Nurcho, maybe Mana, maybe Elise, but I kind of feel that Nurcho versus Innovation, that's where the magic truly has to happen for Poland.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a cool game. And with the best of 9 that we would get into in the grand finals, obviously the rules change a little bit because there's more games. Walk us through that.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I wish I could explain it to you perfectly, but I can't. So
I can.
you can.
Yes.
Roddy.
Okay. It's basically the exact same thing. I said it's a best of 7, but then it's a best of 9. And how we normally can revive one player. Now there is also an ace player, but the ace player cannot be the revive player. So let's say Korea, they're down 3-3, they revive Parting, Parting loses, they're down 4-3. Then they have their ace player that then could be Innovation, as he's the last man standing, and they could bring him back despite the fact that he already lost one. So it's the exact same thing, except you can revive one more player that we call the ace player, but that cannot be the same guy as you already revived.
So you can't just rely on one guy over and over.
Innovation cannot lose 3 times. You can lose 2 times, but not 3.
Yeah, that would be just unfair, like beating Innovation 3 times. Yeah.
So yeah, we have that. We're looking forward to when we finally get there, and really it can be any finalist today.
It's going to be a really good day. I really hope that the Gaming Studio has something to cheer for as well. I mean, for us, it doesn't really matter. We just sit here, we hope for good games, but these guys, they're all so extremely biased, and it's kind of adorable to watch. And on the one hand, it's really fun to see them in pain and agony, and the other hand, it's also really fun to just see them happy. So, I just want to see good games.
Definitely a roller coaster of emotions yesterday for the French
I know.
people.
Like, they were like Hawk's picture was not inaccurate at all. That was pretty much the atmosphere in the studio when they were down 0-2. It was just like.
And then you're like.
And then the champagne bottle happened, so it all went from one side to the other really fast yesterday. And hopefully we get a lot of emotions rolling today. One more thing before we talk about the match ahead of us is everyone here at O Gaming had their thoughts on who's going to do well today.
Pour demain, franchement, c'est super tendu parce que la Corée, on l'a vu systématiquement en difficulté. Et là, face à une Pologne où quasiment chacun des 3 joueurs en fait, sont capables de hold kill n'importe quel team foreigner, attention. Là, face à la Corée, la combinaison des 3 joueurs peut être gagnante. Le plus gros problème, je pense, va clairement être Innovation. Mais il n'est pas dit que l'un de leurs 3 joueurs puisse, ne puisse pas le vaincre, même 2 fois. Honnêtement, je serais pas surpris de voir une surprise. Je pense qu'on ne peut que mettre la Corée vainqueur dans la première demi, mais voilà.
I genuinely believe that Poland can beat Korea, as I think that Poland is an absolute beast country when it comes to the European scene. All 3 players are capable of defeating any player of the Korean team, especially in an online match. I mean, I'm not saying that Elaser would beat Innovation in the GSL final, you know, I'm not saying that. But I think in a best of 1 with this format on a good map, I genuinely believe that all 3 of the Polish players can take out any 3 of the Korean players. So it's going to be very close, and it's definitely going to be the biggest challenge that Korea has had so far.
Corée-Pologne, ça va être très intéressant. Les Coréens, on le sait, ils sont battables. Ils sont battables. On a eu Hydra, Innovation Party qui ont perdu des games dans ces NationWars. Clairement, il n'y a pas eu que des all kills. Et en face, il y a un Arkeo bien chaud. Donc, je mettrais quand même les Coréens favoris parce que quand ça devient sérieux, il y en a toujours un pour passer en mode machine. Mais ça va être des très très belles games.
Corée-Pologne, c'est le favori non coréen contre le favori coréen du coup. Et s'il y a bien une équipe qui est capable de les battre avant les finales, d'arrêter un peu le run de la Corée, c'est peut-être la Pologne. Donc j'ai envie de call la raison et le fait que un mec comme Innovation est trop d'une machine pour se laisser impressionner par des pauvres Polonais. Donc je pronostique plutôt genre un 4-3 tu vois, pour la Corée, mais étriqué, tu vois. Où vraiment on leur apprend que voilà, c'est pas gratuit de battre la Pologne.
Deuxième match, France contre Finlande. Je pense que la France va continuer à monter en puissance. Je pense que Zefano est capable d'aller récupérer son point de la même manière que par exemple on a pu voir Jonah le faire voilà, pour les Pays-Bas. Donc je vais mettre la France, mais voilà.
Demain, je pense que c'est le même genre de match en fait qu'on devrait avoir contre la Finlande, c'est-à-dire un match ultra tendu. Sur le papier, peut-être la Finlande encore plus forte que le Canada, en tout cas c'est ce que je pense. Mais moi je crois à la magie, donc je crois que la France va gagner contre la Finlande.
All right, there's the thoughts of a lot of people here in the O Gaming studios. We get ready for the first game of the evening, which is going to be Poland versus Korea.
Yep.
And obviously a winnable game for Poland, but as everyone said in the video, Innovation is a big threat. He's the biggest threat.
Didn't lose a single game apart from one against Cyril.
He lost his very first match in NationWars, which is against Cyril, and then from that point he all-killed Finland and then destroyed yesterday as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like beating him twice never happened in that tournament. So even though when you consider both Hydra and Potting, you think of really talented player, really gifted players with strategy, with experience and everything. But as Roddy said, on the good format, on a good map, they're beatable. The thing is, Innovation, can you do it twice? I don't see it happening, but still, Poland is, to me, the team that can make it happen. So, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see and hope for great games once again. Like yesterday with Imre, one of the French casters, we're really waiting for some of the Korean players to lose so we could see Innovation because we were supposed to cast in the French stream. And we were a little bit mad because the games, not that, there was the roach drop strategy that was kind of cute, but we didn't see the Innovation, the machine that won 2 GSL in Heart of the Swarm. So I hope we see him push to the limit.
I think he will be. He obviously has to be today.
I think he will.
All right, so let's take a look at the teams that Poland and Korea have. 3 players on each team. Of course, we talked quite a little bit about Korean team with Innovation, Hydra and Parting, but Poland have a very strong team too in Mana, Nurture, and of course, Elaser. 3 fantastic players. Elaser is definitely one of the biggest up-and-comers of recent times in the European scene. Nurture has just been god tier in the European scene for years and years and years and years and years. And now he's back in form, and it's actually showing in NationWars.
Yep.
And of course, Mana has just been around forever as well, and is an incredibly talented young player too.
No, it's just an amazing lineup. You said it perfectly. New up-and-comer, really great Zerg player in Elaser. Mana has been, playing ever since the beginning. He's been playing Brood War. He's got an amazing experience in Starcraft in general, and in Starcraft 2, he's been one of the most the better Protoss players that we ever had in Europe. And Nurture, it's a cool story because when you look at Wings of Liberty, he was one of those guys that were, up there, close to the top foreigner scene. He was winning left and right, online tournaments. There is a difference between the online Nurture and the offline Nurture, and that's a pretty good thing for them that this is played online. Nurture hasn't been performing that much in Heart of the Swarm, but ever since Legacy of the Void came out, it was like, okay, guys, you remember I was one of the best back then? Well, I'm one of the best now again. So that means Poland has got, in my opinion, just the perfect balance between new players, experienced players that came back or that still were in the scene at the top level. So I'm really really digging that Polish lineup.
Nurture's undefeated in this tournament as well.
Easy?
Yeah, I mean he only played one set of games in the group stages. I was just having a quick look against you guys.
Yes.
And that's when he got the all kill. Pretty much won 4 games in a row. He didn't play against Sweden because he wasn't needed. That's when Alazer got the all kill. And then yesterday when he came out to play, he then again got 3 wins in a row. So he's got 7 wins in total. 7-0. Fantastic record.
Amazing.
And he's going to need to hopefully cross his fingers that he can have that again today. But Team Korea is incredible. I mean, every one of these players has won championships over the years in StarCraft 2. Innovation's the big player from this team, obviously. But supported by Hydra and Parting, they're no slouches. And to be honest, if you look at individual performances against any other player left in this tournament, Hydra and Parting have a winning record.
Yeah, it's like it's Poland 3.0. Like the best player, the carry of the team is even better, like on paper, than Nurture for innovation. That is, and then you've got supporting players that have won amazing tournaments left and right, Parting. Like, let's just not talk about this guy. Like, he's been winning ever since the game came out. I think like maybe he started in 2011, and he's got an amazing record in general. And Hydra really used to playing those foreigner players because living in America now and competing in the WCS system in the past year, won one of the seasons. He knows what he's doing. He really do know, and I don't know about his level on Legacy of the Void. We've seen him play a lot of ZVZs. We still talk about the coin flip aspect of ZVZ.
Yeah.
So eventually he loses game, but that's the thing. Usually he doesn't go out to not take a game and get eliminated first. He's the one to take the first map and then maybe die to an all-in or something after that. But he takes the first point. And in a format like this, if you go out, you take your point, you already did your job.
Yeah. And they're definitely all 3 of them capable of doing that.
They're capable. Even I could see Hydra all killing Poland or even Parting, maybe Parting a little bit more because of the ZVZ aspect that is not really good for Hydra. But even Parting can all kill a team that we still see capable of beating South Korea. That's the weird thing.
Match.
It's a really great match.
It's a fantastic match that we had ahead of us. And we don't want to delay this too long, so we're going to jump over to the public viewing area where we have the team captains ready to give us their players and thoughts on the first match.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Roddy and Drogo. We're going to be doing this interview. How are you guys feeling about this match?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I think I already shared my thoughts mostly at the desk, so let's just do it, Todd. I'm ready.
Right. Captains, are you guys here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we can't see you, Hydra. So, Mana, this is it basically. Like Poland, I think you guys were the big favorite outside of playing versus Korea. So far you've delivered, but now you play against the big dogs. So what are your impressions on how this might go?
Yeah, I mean, you're right that we were the favorites. I think we have the most balanced and the strongest team overall as it comes to foreigners. But yeah, as I say, this is the biggest test now. Unluckily, it's not the grand finals, but it's the semifinals. So, I mean, it can work in our favor because in the finals we would potentially have to face Innovation more times and then the other Koreans as well, Hydra or Parting. But we'll see what's going to happen. We are not scared of Korea at all. We're going to do our best, and hopefully the outcome will be in our favor.
What about you, Hydra? Like, because Korea is the favorite going into this tournament, and so far, like, you guys have won all your matches, but there's been some very, very close ones. And now you go up against maybe the best team outside of yourself in the tournament. So, how do you feel about this match?
Yeah, I think Poland's lineup is very strong. So I don't think it's going to be an easy match. Even though we have innovation, I think this is going to be a tough match.
You know, Mana, A lot of people here in the studio genuinely believe, like it's not like the fake hype that like sometimes people try to build up, but a lot of people here in the studio genuinely believe that you guys can take out Korea here in this match. It's the same feeling with you guys, like within the team, like you guys have performed so well. You have to believe, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we are not going to believe in ourselves, then who is going to do that for us? Like, the fans are not going to win the match for us, so we have to believe in ourselves, and we do. We generally believe in making it to the grand finals, but we cannot be overconfident as well. So we are keeping calm, but we believe in ourselves.
Do you guys have like a special strategy talk as well within the team? Did you guys like theory craft about who could be coming out first and what happens after that and different scenarios, or is it more just like we all feel fine, we'll see how it goes?
Well, absolutely, we do a lot of planning. That's why we are in the semifinals, and our plans worked in our favor so far. So hopefully, it's gonna be the same in the semifinals.
Drogo, any question, or you're still thinking about Moment?
Nice. But yeah, I guess my question will be, like Hydra said it himself, we have innovation, and you as the Polish team, what do you have?
we have 3 players, not only one. We're gonna do well. I think we're very, very balanced in terms of skill, with Nurture slightly in the favor, of course.
Yeah, so every one of you can beat innovation, is that what you're saying?
We can, but if we are going to do so, we'll see.
Okay, well, good luck. I like that confidence.
I wonder if you guys have any message for your opponents, like something you might want to say before the match start, before we announce the first player even. So, Hydra.
I don't know. I hope this match is gonna be good match, and good luck, maybe.
Mana?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough match. Probably the most interesting match from NationWars so far. We are going to do our best, but South Korea is super strong, so hopefully we're gonna show good games and make the better nation win. Good luck.
All right, it's time to announce our first players here to come out. Mana, go first.
It's going to be a laser from us.
Hydra.
Innovation is playing first.
Ooh. Can you tell us maybe a little bit like why Innovation's coming out first? Did he ask to play specifically today, or did you guys decide?
He just said he wanted to play first because this match is gonna be best of 7, and next match is gonna be best of 9, right?
Yeah.
So I think he just wanted to finish so quickly, I think.
That's what he said, or that's what you think? What did he say?
That's what I think. He didn't say that, but that's what I think.
He just said, guys, I want to play first? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Mana, like, any specific reasoning behind sending a laser first here, or that you can tell us?
Nothing that I can share, but we thought it's going to be our best chance, so we'll see.
All right. Thank you very much, guys, and good luck.
Guys. Both teams.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
So sick.
Yeah,
Innovation. He's like, Coach, it's time. Gets up from the bench.
I personally think he's just sick and tired of having to watch all these games and this back and forth, this 2-1, 2-2. He's like, all right,
I'll show you how it's done.
Disgrace to our country. I'll show you guys how it's done. I'm hyped now. Like, this is going to be sick.
Yeah. I just hope that Laser is not going to try to knight this all in, because the last time he tried that with Sakura and he didn't work too well. But I'm pretty hyped to see what he's going to do.
All right. Thank you, guys. And let's go and check in back with our casters before the first map begins here.
Thank you very much, Todd. Moments away now from starting the first game. Innovation gets called up. We'll talk about that in a quick second here. Just want to update you guys. The prize pool's still going. If you want to donate to it, you still can on both the English and French stream, whatever one you've got open. Probably the English one because you listen to us on the English one. And 40% of that will go to the prize pool, which is now being given out to the top 4 teams so far. So everything you add just boosts up what they've already earned. Currently, it's 50% for first place, 25% for second, and 12.5 for third and fourth.
Yep.
Okay, Funker. Innovation comes out first, wants to play first.
I think that's great. I think that's great because at the same time, you see the prize pool has been up by $2,000 already. So if you guys wanna keep on doing this, you're always welcome to do it. Innovation. We said it multiple times. Is in my opinion the best Terran for the Heart of the Swarm era.
Yep.
he comes out first with a Hydra that thinks because he wants to, make it fast because they've got both a best of 7 and a best of 9 to play.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it for something really interesting because either he loses first and then suddenly the hype that we are trying to build and the hype that we believe in, which is Poland can take out Korea, makes a lot more sense. But the scenarios that will come out of it is, are we going to have to see maybe a reversal kill coming from Innovation if he loses first? Or is he just going to show us that he's actually the best guy from the Korean lineup and he can take out anybody whatsoever, no matter the map, no matter the matchup? And that's just a great start in my opinion. And Elaser showed us that he wasn't afraid of taking out Koreans. He's done it in the past.
I think that as much as I do believe Laser has a shot, and it is a probably small shot against Innovation, they weren't going to be expecting Innovation to come out first. I think very few people expected him to come out first.
Did you see Mana?
Mana was like a bit of a...
They say Innovation, he was like typing stuff in the chat.
I hope you practiced other than the other games you thought you'd play today. So a big game coming up for Laser. Of course, send in your tweets, your pictures to hashtag NW3. We'll be featuring all of them, or as many as we can. Most of them, pretty much all of them, we have shown. So we'll feature as many as we can throughout the show. And how are you watching Nation Wars 3 on a Sunday evening? Traditionally with Nation Wars 3, Saturday nights, the bottles of vodka, the unlimited amounts of pizza and beers that you guys send in pretty much. Sunday's the more chill one. Because there's work tomorrow, so we're expecting some glasses of wine, feet up on the table, some candle work or something. So do send in what you've got. Dust Towers game, map number 1 for game number 1.
TVZ.
Innovation versus a Laser.
47%, so in favor of Zerg, but just by a tiny amount. But keep in mind, those are just the stats coming out of NationWars.
Yeah.
With a pretty huge Zerg presence in the top 10 players in the statistics in general. Even though the 2 first ones are Terrans, because Marine Lord and Utomo have won an incredible amount of games.
Yeah.
Did he play on... No, he didn't play on Dust Towers. That's why you were checking. He lost on Central Protocol. Innovation, that is. But we're live, people.
Right. Semifinals time.
Yep, baby, in the top right. Representing Poland, the new rising star, it is Laser. And in the bottom left, Terran, the man, the legend, the myth, the double GSL champion, it is Innovation. The machine, I should say.
The machine.
The machine.
All right, so is all this fairy tale hype for Poland just a bunch of nonsense? Or do they have an actual chance here against Poland? I think game 1's going to dictate a bit of that momentum straight away, because if a Laser gets crushed, everyone's going to be like, yeah, I thought so. But if he puts up a fight, then we'll see, because obviously Nurture and Mana are slightly stronger players than a Laser, some would say, or at least at the very minimum more experienced. But we'll see what's going to happen today. A Laser's played pretty well so far in this tournament. He did get an all-kill against Sweden. Mini Razor Morrow, sort of. Unfortunately, hasn't really played since. But he looked good in those games.
Well, there's that thing. I don't know if people agree with me in general, but I feel like experience can be a good tool as a professional player. Obviously, like if you've been playing for many years, obviously you've got more experience than others. But I feel like youth in general is so helpful when you play against a guy like Innovation, and you're like, you know what? Like, you remember yourself when you were 17?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't give a shit about this guy. Like, okay, he's Innovation, he's Korean, he's a top dog, but you know what? I don't give a damn, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that feeling. Like, I had the same opinion of Daishi and Marine Lord when they started, and I was still playing. They were like, no pressure at all. Like, they didn't, it's not like playing against me is the same thing as playing against Innovation, but the idea remains. No pressure and just playing your usual game. I don't see Laser as a guy who chokes because he plays against an amazing opponent like Innovation.
All right, so Innovation's opened up with a pretty standard opening just for a very fast reactor on that barracks, the factory, and then the second gas. So he's going to have a lot of options now opening up to him when he throws his starport down, from Liberators to Widow Mines to Banshees, pretty much anything that you can choose to build from the factory and starport, he has a choice to pick. Whereas Laser's just gone for just a very standard opening himself here too.
Yeah, hatch gas pool into a second hatchery on the third for Laser. So I'm wondering if he's gonna go for the Banshee play. We've seen MMA play with a lot of Banshees during Home Story Cup, and I was actually really interested about that because I haven't been playing Banshees that much in Legacy of the Void just because, you know, that's the Liberator and you want to try it out. But being double alien prediction, even though there's no tech lab, so we should see a Liberator, I think, or maybe a Viking, we'll see. Oh, drop!
Yeah, it can be really
interesting.
Anything at this point.
Anything. I didn't even think about the drop play.
Yeah, Marine Production's climbed up to 6 or 7 there.
Oh.
A couple of Lings do poke up, and they get a decent-ish scout, but not what they'd like to see, which is the Armory going down.
Yep. Armory. So, Marine drop into, Marine drop, but Marine, like, move out with a Medivac, and 6 Hellions.
But there is a Roach Warren down, which is the ultimate defense against this, having a handful of Roaches.
Interesting. He's going to boost out now. Already 8 Marines. With the reactor first, he gets 8 Marines in that drop. Usually you have 7.
How many Roaches?
And the Roach Warren just out right now. Is he going to build them instantly? Yeah, 4 Roaches, but that's a little late. That third base is actually pretty much in danger.
Yeah.
6 Hellbats and 8 Marines.
And it's only 4 Roaches too, and it's almost not enough at this point. Okay, so he's actually seen the Medivac now. Laser's going up to 7.
Oh.
And here we go. He pulls all his queens to come defend this. Roaches are going to come out one by one. Is he going to be able to take it to defense? He's actually losing a queen on the third already, or shortly too.
Okay, Innovation still hasn't lost anything. Good micro on the first Hellbat that was in the red, but the second one is going to get taken out, and I feel like he should have done a little bit more damage right now.
This is looking like a good hold, no?
Yeah. Maybe gets another queen, but great micro coming from Elazo on the right side of your screen. Those 2 queens are getting micro perfectly to transfuse. The Marines didn't get anything done. He's going to try to boost and go into the natural and get some drones, but so far, Elazer has defended it perfectly.
Yeah, very good defense. It looks like he's even going to save a queen at the back here as well. Drones are starting to get targeted down.
What
but
a
doesn't lose any. The Medivac's still around, but it runs into a couple more queens. Going to snipe one of them. He is going to sacrifice maybe a couple of Marine to try to get another one, though. He's going to boost out, but that's a pretty solid defense there. There is a follow-up of Banshees and also Mines at this point.
Elazer is ahead,
but good. Yeah.
Just plain and simple, way ahead.
Very good.
No third command center, 52 drones already, and he's building 7 more, and he's got double upgrade going on.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing when you get an Armory time up, and actually was going for Banshees as a follow-up, doesn't have any E-base down. He's going to throw them down right now, and if Elazer needed a confidence boost, that's it.
Yeah, and
he just got attacked, and there's nothing that has been done.
Yeah, and he's got 4 Ravagers, which are going to move towards the main base here to try and get a kill on this. There's a Spore Crawler.
Whoa!
Innovation!
Oh, he's losing the Medivac, and the mine is not going to even shot. Wow!
He's down 20-odd supply at this point against the Laser, and if Poland were having slight doubts with Innovation coming out first, this is just going to give him so much confidence, as you said. A Laser's deflected 2 attacks in a row. He's got 30 supply advantage over Innovation.
Okay, so there's 2 ways that could go. Elazer right now, like, even if you're an Innovation fan, the numbers, they don't lie. He's way ahead. Elazer is way ahead, but that's the thing. Korean player goes down, like he's way behind, and then maybe comes back into the game and wins it anyways, and then it's a crushing defeat. But for now, all the cards are in Elazar's hands. He's got the ball in his court. He played amazingly well, really well timed up Roach production, great Queen micro, Spore Crawlers going at the right time, and every single follow-up, the Widow Mine drop, the Banshees have done nothing. If we take a look at the resource lost tab, I'm pretty sure it's going to be, already 1,700 to 8.
And because he's lost so few drones in this, he never really had to spend time replacing drones, which usually happens in this matchup. And that then eats into your unit production because you're wasting time building and replenishing an economy that you've lost a little bit to the Hellbats with. But he's been producing Roaches for like 10 minutes. Well, not really, because it's 7 minutes in the game. But he's been producing Roaches for minutes and minutes and minutes now. He's got such a big army supply. he could just march over the other side of the map and wipe out this third base and pick up the first victory for Poland here.
Oh my god, look at that move out by Innovation. There's like 12 Marines against 25 Roaches and Ravagers. That's crazy. That's just crazy. That timing is going to deal such a lot of damage.
He's got 2 tanks. Okay, so there's 2 tanks here in good positions. Might be able to hold on to this position for him. But a laser...
Oh, damn, he's gonna go for it, and the 2 tanks are really well positioned. Oh, the bio's gonna go down on the tank. No micro coming from Innovation. Look at that amount of Zerg. There is nothing he can do. He will lose a tremendous amount of SCVs, and even maybe the third. Did you see that bio on the Medivacs? Everything is in the red right now.
Yeah, he's doing so much damage here. So many SCVs have been killed. The bio taking a lot of damage as well. He's trying to target down the command center a little bit. Innovation's slowly dealing with this, but he's taken a lot of losses.
And once again, the bile hits the Medivac, the bile hits the bio. And you see the Roaches with 1-1 against bio 1-1. It's not going to trade, it's not going really well for the turret player. He will hold in the end, but at the same time, we've got an Elaser, kind of like the games we've seen it yesterday. There is a plan. He has a plan. He doesn't go just into Roach production and just try to bully his way into a victory. He goes for 2-2, he goes for Infestors. He's got tier 3 on the way, Hive. He's gonna finish, he just finished right now.
Yeah, Ultra's Kevin goes down.
Great rhythm by Laser.
So he trades off a lot of the Roaches for 20 SCVs and pretty much half of Innovation's army there. And the game has slowed down as both players look to replenish. But obviously, the Infestors trapping a lot of these units, and if we do have Ravagers, which obviously are going to be replenished in a little bit, you'd imagine. Some good combos here with Fungal Growth and Corrosive Bile. Could be deadly.
That would be the first thing that I don't really like about Elaser's plan, is taking that force. He's going to get abused quite a lot by those tanks. What is Innovation doing?
Okay, he's going to drop here, but if he gets Fungaled here, Funker.
Yeah, he needs to micro up. That was really good. Really great dodges, but he loses 1 tank anyway. But still, look at how abusive that position is for Terran.
Yeah.
It's a really great spot for Innovation that's finally dealing some damage, and there is no hatcheries in the right side. So right now, his income is just, you know, way worse than it should be.
Yeah, he's going to move over and take the other base instead.
Oh, great bungle!
Catches quite a lot of that bio.
Okay.
He does lose a few of these Infestors, though. He's trying to go towards Ultras, but only building 1 at a time. Is a laser losing touch of this game?
Just a little bit, just a tad bit. It's just producing more Ultras and Roaches at the moment. Chitinous plating is like the 3rd way done. I think the Banshee that was harassing the 4th base on the right just died, but he loses 1 base, he loses a couple of drones, and he loses gas-intensive units. Innovation is playing really well right now just because of the layout of the map and the fact that the 4th base was misplaced, in my opinion, by Laser.
Innovation doesn't have the largest of army, but it is just in a very good position.
Yes.
But Ultras are coming out, and they will deal quite a bit of damage here, or at least they won't take a lot of damage, so in a way they won't. So here is spotted for the first time.
Oh, no Chitinous plating. He's going to lose an Ultra for nothing. I wish Innovation would have targeted down that Ultra. Would have been a great pickup.
Innovation's on the right-hand side, though.
Great drop by Innovation, taking out 1 queen, maybe a 2nd one. He's going to get all 3, and at the same time, he's going to be able to, just boost out, just pick up everything and boost out. And the pressure is still on the Laser's shoulders. And at the same time, Innovation gets a 4th base. He will not lose that much income while his 1st and 2nd base are getting empty. So, really great rhythm ever since, Innovation, the follow-up is double Thor production.
Yeah.
That's interesting against Ultras.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've seen it.
He's got 3 Medivacs loaded into the main base, which Innovation is going to be able to deal a lot of damage with. The laser's not in position for it. He actually doesn't put them down for now. At the same time attacking on this right-hand side, and it's, for the last 5 minutes or so, has been all about Innovation. After that attack from a laser wore off, Innovation's on 4 bases now, 2 upgrades completed. As you said, Thor production beginning.
Well, the thing with Thor is they shoot so hard anyways that the armor is not as, useful as against Marauders or Marines, for instance. So I like the Thor production, and he's really going all out on him. Like, it's, I think, the 4th and 5th Thor that he's producing right now. Still tanks in the Medivac. Tankyvacs getting boosted and gonna deal some damage on the 1st Ultra. Is it gonna fall? The huge stim, and then he needs to micro away from the bile, but Laser is giving away so much shit. He's blinking out.
While Innovation continues to expand, is taking a 5th base, is slowly moving over with his army.
I feel like I cursed Laser a little bit. Like he was such in a great position, and right now, that should be horrible for him. Like the pressure is maybe getting to him right now because he knows he's not in a good position. Look at how precise the positioning from Innovation is.
Yeah, this army control's been absolutely fantastic in the second half of the game here for Innovation. Laser's going to go in and fight with these Ultras. I don't think he's got enough here. He's getting absolutely slaughtered.
He's getting slaughtered, and Innovation is bringing back that game. Oh, that's so sad. For Laser, losing every single Ultra, 5 more in the production tab, but they're going to end up arriving just a little bit too late to the party, and even though he's got Kindness Plating, they tank quite a lot. The tanks just didn't die from Innovation. I don't think he lost a single tank. Now he's losing some, but lots of Marauders and Thors just crushing through Ultras without Ghost. GG! Whoa.
Innovation.
Whoa.
Innovation definitely seemed a little bit weak in the early part of that game. His attacks didn't work, and he lost a lot of workers to an assault, but a Laser couldn't keep going, couldn't keep up with him the longer the game went.
Innovation just did the best move possible, which is you think you can get it, you think you can take me out, and then slowly squeezes him. Is like, no, I'm gonna come back in that game.
1-0 for Korea. Innovation wins game number 1 against a Laser, forcing out Poland to bring their second player, either Nurture or Mana. A good attempt from a Laser, but not good enough to be able to tackle Innovation. And I wonder if a Laser in that fight maybe lost a little bit too much.
Oh, when we
because I mean, he killed 20 so workers, but there are 3 sets of mules, but he lost a lot of army supply.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, when we look at the graph, indeed, the army value just goes way down from Laser.
Yeah,
but the fact that he killed so many SCVs, I think it was like 18.
Yeah.
Which is basically you just remove 1 base of worth of mining.
Yeah.
And 18 SCVs, and especially the fact that he kept on going with his tech, 2 upgrades, Hive, everything seemed to fall into place, in my opinion. I knew Innovation could do the comeback, but I think everything goes to, as you said, the army control and the abusing, of the 4th base. Like if he goes on the right side, there is no way you can abuse with so little units. He didn't have anything. He had like 3 tanks and like 16
that
Marines, 4
Marauders. That definitely was the comeback, was that positioning on there, for sure.
It's an amazing positioning, and it kind of looks like Shakura's Plateau. Like, I don't know if you remember, but the guys that would go in like Ultras and you would drop tank on the ledges, like, was so good. You could beat so many players with this. But that's the thing. You're in a bad position. You just have an army that can, if microed properly and abused properly with the map layout, can do a lot. And that's what happened in this game. That was the beginning of the comeback.
All right, so we're going to have the next player from Poland come out in a second. We do have some tweets coming from you guys so far. Go Poland! A lot of you Polish fans are tuning in to support Team Poland. Feeling the hype of NationWars SC2. Thank you very much. Crow Richie. Borsty watching an NW3 on the big stream tonight. Let's go pour le demi-finale de
Semifinals.
Prepared for both Nerdgasm and Tears of Joy.
Oh.
Thank you. A couple of Polish beers.
Drinking some Polish beers. I know those ones.
Himmel is sleeping through. Not as excited.
No passion. What the hell?
I'd wake that cat up.
Yeah. Just kick him.
Yeah.
You're going to watch NationWars. Going to watch Innovation. Just being a boss.
All right. So it's time to have, the countdown in a quick second to see who's going to be the next Polish player. Is it Nurcio or Mana to play against Innovation? Korea have started well, and I'm sure they'll look to continue a winning streak.
It's going to be on Lerilac Crest. It's going to be the second map. Either Mana or Nurcio and Mana.
Time for a Protoss versus Terran game. So, what do you think about the map and the choice to send Mana over Nurcio and Lerilac Crest?
It is maybe the best map for Adepts, considering the size and just the wideness. Does that work?
Yes,
the
wideness
of the natural and the 3rd base, and like in everything in general. So just try to wall off, because that's the only proper defense against Adepts is just walling everywhere. It's really hard to do on the natural. So maybe an aggressive play coming from Mana could be a good option on Lerilac.
That's how I see it. And then it's just a macro map in general, but fourth base are pretty hard to defend too. So we'll see.
Hype. Game number 2.
Innovation. Just brought it back.
He did. Laser was looking good, but
Laser might be
quite
so
good enough.
mad. He should be so mad right now.
Yeah,
Because
definitely
I'm
was a
pretty sure
winnable game.
he knows he was in a tremendous position.
All right.
In the top right, he brought it back, as we said. He's hailing from South Korea. It is Innovation. I think the music suits him really well. Like, I'm scary, I'm Terran, I'm Korean. Top left, so we've got horizontal spawns in this map. Hailing from Poland, he was in the finals of WCS Season 3. It is mana.
All right, so what's Mana got planned here to take down Innovation? Because, to be honest, I mean, the map's not terrible for Zerg versus Terran either, I don't think, from the Zerg perspective. But one thing that I would imagine would have been nice is Nurture to look at the way Innovation's playing, to say, okay, he's playing with some little bit of harassment in the early stages into a very solid macro game. And I think that information that Nurture could have taken from game number 1 could have assisted him quite well going into this next one against Innovation. But they chose to completely change it up and play a different matchup.
There's a lot of things to be said about the first game. Like, the fact that he sent himself, like, said that he wanted to play first, and, that's inferred in our minds that he wanted to make it fast, win every single game. Then goes into that aggression that he did in game 1. Like, Hellbat timings, you want to have a really quick win,
Yeah.
Marine drop, 6 Hellbats, you're not prepared, you die. Bam, it's over. I don't know that you can just, anticipate that he's going to do it every single game, It's like, but I do understand what you meant. Like, going for another TVZ instantly with Nurture that we all believe to be the best player in the Polish lineup right now would have been a great call, but I really think that the map played a huge role in it. Like, Mana was used against Marine Lord on this map in TVP 2, so he might feel comfortable with it. And I think we're gonna see a lot of adepts, and that's gonna be the strategy to be used by Mana on this game.
Always a good start for Mana. He actually gets a probe inside the main base and sees the double gas, sees the factory. So that's already a good start in itself to understand what Innovation's up to. He does have an Adept walking over the other side, but he's going to walk into 4 Marines.
Yep, and the kiting already pretty good from Innovation. Is he going to take it out? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will.
Wow.
It's already a nice pickup. Usually I move out with 6, but 4 actually makes the trick on the ramp. That was really great positioning by Innovation. And not a really great start for Mana.
No, I mean, it was good to get that scout, but it was bad to lose that Adept.
Yep.
Now Innovation's moving on with his plan. He's got a Tech Lab on the factory and a starport coming up next. While Mana's thrown down its 1 gateway expansion into a fast robotics facility, and then additional gateways 3.
He's
really
gonna go
fast off the back of it.
He's gonna go for the Adept drop. The Adept with the Mothership Core, the War Prism, sorry. But those 4 Marines just pushing out inside the main. Thank God there's a Sentry. He's not gonna be able to go into the main, but that means the probes are so easily taken out on the second base. And only 6 Marines are already breaking the plan from Manor right now.
Yeah, Mana's controlling very well here to make sure he doesn't lose another unit, but he's gonna lose a second Adept. Just a few Marines have killed 2 Adepts and 3 probes already. That's just a dream start here in this match for Innovation.
And look at how aggressive Innovation has been in this game. 6 Marines, you get an Adept, you cross the map, you deal some damage.
Yeah.
Cyclone, fast unit, you can take out. He's gonna scout instantly the War Prism and target it down. This is so sick by Innovation. Maybe he's gonna lose the...
He misses the double force fields to try to lock in the Cyclone, and this has gone from bad to worse for Mana. Nothing's working so far in this game.
Damn, that's a terrible start. He completely cut probe production. He's going for a total all-in 30 probes and a lot of adepts. That's what's gonna be this game. He's going to go back to probe production because he knows it's already too late.
There's a Liberator going to chase down this Warp Prism. The
It's a dead
Cyclone locks
prism.
on as well. And this looks like a dead Warp Prism to me.
Oh. Look at this! Look at that army control! Okay, he's gonna lose the Cyclone, but in the end, that is so sick.
He's got a couple of Adepts in the mirror line, but Marines were waiting ready, and Innovation deflects another attack. A tank comes out to blow up a Stalker, and Mana's aggression has not worked at all in this game. Innovation's got a brilliant economy. He's now starting to go towards a third command center as well.
Why not?
Why
I mean,
not?
I mean, he knows his opponent cut a lot of economy to do this, to be aggressive. And right now, the only thing he managed is maybe kill that supply depot, kill a Cyclone to the cost of 3 probes, 2 Adepts, a Stalker, a Sentry, a Warp Prism. Everything went really, really bad. 5 Adepts. He even lost the Observer. He has no vision. Right now, Innovation cannot be, more in control. It's not even possible. He's got a defensive setup, he's got units, he's got technology coming in. The only thing he lacks is upgrades, but he doesn't even need it because he knows there is no forge at the opposite side of the map.
So, of course, a way for Mana to get back into this is if he somehow gets a lot of damage done without losing very much, and that's what this Warp Prism's going to try and achieve, to swing around, hopefully into the main mineral line. And if he picks off 10 more workers, he can get himself back into this. And he is going to go around the back. There's not really any units in that mineral line. There is a turret building, but he's taking his time.
Is he going to try to go elevator drop? But the thing is, the
Turret
turret is
finishes up.
perfectly placed for this, to defend against this. And he can, boost a medivac, pick up a tank, and just, place it between the command center and the factory. The positioning is perfect. But let's see what Mana can achieve. The Adept Shades go instantly to the tank and then go back to the mineral line. And that's going to slaughter some economy, for sure.
Yeah, he's going to get into the mineral line. He's going to lose a couple of units to the Liberator in its defender mode. He takes down 9 or so SCVs, and he's going to try and teleport down to the natural to get even more.
All right, those Adepts, I think 2 are going to go into the natural. Are they going to be able to deal some damage? No, still a tank in siege mode right there. But finally, a Warp Prism gets to the main, and Mana is dealing some, some actual damage.
He
to
does
his
lose
opponent.
a lot of his army supply to do it, but he did bring down 15 SCVs. There is the 3rd command center, which will help replace. But as you can see, right now, the income is in favor of Mana. But he's chosen to go double Stargate now. And I've got absolutely no idea what this is. He's seen absolutely everything that Innovation's got, from his unit count to the production facilities, and he's chosen double Stargate, which very unfortunately is going to get scouted by the Liberator before it even finishes up.
Yep. Double Phoenix play maybe by Mana. We'll see if he tries to, well, if he decides, to maybe cancel them. No, he's not going to go for it. Liberator gets in place, target fire on the Stalker. But the pylon overcharge is going to take care of that. Oh, Liberator! Lol. Can he shoot up? No.
There is going to be Phoenixes that come out, so that'll deal with it. But his double Stargate's been spoilt here. Definitely was wanting to keep that more of a surprise to really shock Innovation more than anything else, but that's been spotted.
Yeah, the worst timing to get attacked or to get to acknowledge the Phoenix of your opponent is usually when you push out and suddenly there's like 6 or 8 of them. That's not going to happen in this game. He's going to know that if he pushes out, he needs to take into account the fact that going back is probably not going to be an option. If something goes wrong, that's the problem with Phoenix. They take you and they say, just don't go back to your base. You're gonna get lifted up and get taken out. But I mean, mad props to Mana. 113 supply against 113, considering how it started.
What is the goal of the Phoenixes here? Are they to lift up the tanks in the fight? Are they to... I mean, that's the only thing that really makes a lot of sense, right? If he's going to continue to build them. Sure, they're going to be great against Liberators, but we aren't seeing any Liberators in this game. It's just tank Marine.
The thing is, Phoenix can do a lot of things, a lot of different things. Obviously, in that game, considering the tank production that never stopped from Innovation, is basically playing Marine tank in TVP, which is kind of cool if you think about it. But obviously, in that situation, he's gonna lift up the he's gonna want to lift up the tanks. But
that's, I guess, good if he can chase them down.
Destroying the medivacs, like that's the thing. If you boost out a medivac, usually you don't get attacked by anything. Look at the positioning of Mana. He has units on the top of that cliff. He's gonna try maybe 4A, no. He's going to go back.
He was already losing units here, and
It's
quite
like,
a few of them very fast to these Marines. He's going to turn around and take the fight. He's going to start picking up tanks from the back, and here we go. But it looks like there's way too many Marines.
There's too much. Innovation. The macro monster just builds a tremendous army of tanks and Marines, and the Phoenix didn't do anything. Not a single tank.
Of Korea against Poland.
Whoa.
Definitely a lot of people thought Poland can go up against Korea, and Innovation says you guys are completely blind to the fact that this is Innovation. I am a god. And he is rolling over Poland. He crushed the laser in the second half of that game, and to be honest, he absolutely took to the floor against Mana. And this is one-sided. This is a very easy game for Innovation.
GG.
GG. Wow.
Yeah. Innovation is here for business, people.
Yeah.
That's the reason he sent himself first. He's like, let's do another all kill, but this time, just don't make me wait for 2 hours before it's like 2-2 or
He's planning on taking a nap in between the semi-finals while France plays and gets himself ready for the best of 9. But at the moment, Korea are on the course to the grand finals where they'll play a best of 9. There is very little resistance now coming out from Poland, and if it continues down this way, this is looking like a 4-0 coming out from Innovation. And all hopes now go towards Nurtio, obviously their best player. He now has to make the magic work. They haven't brought him out earlier to play against Innovation, and now it is going to be seemingly the two best players going head-to-head. And if Nurtio gets crushed, then this is already over before we go to the last match.
It's it's psychological warfare,
Yeah.
First game, the laser was in a great position. It's like, nah, I'm gonna bring it back. And second game is like, I know, I see everything. It's like Innovation has map packs. It's like, yeah, you're gonna try to abuse the fact the map is really wide. You're gonna go for a Warp Prism and Adepts. And I'm just gonna be, pushing towards you with Marines, Cyclones. I'm gonna get Scouts every time and just take out your Warp Prism even before it crossed the middle of the map. That was so sick by Innovation. The way he played it, the aggressiveness, but it was just towards a really great goal because he really knew. It's like, you're playing a worse opponent than yourself. You're like, look out for cheese, scout early, scout for proxy buildings, and considering the map, he was like, probably a Warp Prism in Adepts, and he played perfectly accordingly.
Yeah. Do you think there's an element of a sacrifice of mana in that game to allow Nurtio to play an Orbital Shipyard?
Yeah, for sure. I think, more than a sacrifice, I think it's a pretty decent map for PvT, and at the same time, it avoids a TVZ on Larillac Crest, who could be difficult for the same reason that everything is wide. Hellion run-bys are really interesting. You're obliged probably to build roaches or go early ling and stuff like that, or you get run-by everywhere. So yeah, now I think Nurtio is gonna play on maybe the best map possible. I don't know, like.
It's a pretty decent map.
Between Orbital and Dust Towers, I would argue Dust Towers is a little bit better for Zerg.
Yeah.
Because the fourth base is so hard to take on Orbital. But it's still a decent map for TVZ.
Okay, well, we are going to jump to a very brief 2-minute break here as we do allow Nurtio to get in game. And when we come back, it's almost the last hope now for Poland in maybe, fingers crossed, they can come back against Korea and Innovation. We're going to take that break. When we come back, Nurtio versus Innovation.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching NationWars 3. I never know if you're going to be the one talking or me.
Normally it's the left chair that opens.
Okay.
I'm your sidekick today, Todd.
Kappa. So, how you been enjoying?
I've been enjoying it. It's been a good start. I'm just a little bit not bummed out so far because it's obviously always a treat to watch Innovation just do his thing. But I really think that first game, that's such a make it or break it moment already. Like normally, if Elazer would lose the first match against Innovation, it's not a man overboard, it's not the end of the world. It's not a great start, but it's not the end of the world. But then if you're in such a good position and then you don't win it, I feel...
It feels like they put in a big effort, but still lost. It's like, oh god, it can only go worse from here. Even though Nurtio's coming out now, arguably the best player from Poland, so we'll see.
It's just really hard. You're not going to get many opportunities to be in a winning position against Innovation. That's not a position that you're going to find yourself in every single game. As we saw in the previous game that Mana played, like Mana was never really in a similar position. I don't think the game went well from him ever since the first 5 Marines walked across the map, So, a little bit unfortunate for Poland, but nothing is lost yet. Nurtio has done some really crazy things in the past.
And
it's not over till she sings, right?
Yeah. This would be probably the craziest thing that Nurture's ever done, though. If Nurture manages to all-kill Korea himself, we'll see. A lot of people expected a close match, including myself. If it's a 4-0, well, I couldn't have been more wrong. It happens. But let's hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
I believe in good old Nurture.
I like what Hydra said, though, of like Innovation asking to play first, but even though he didn't say it himself, Hydra is like, yeah, I think Innovation wants to finish quickly.
I mean, it's pretty late in Korea at the moment, right? We're taking a look at a couple of tweets as well. Keep the tweets
Oh, it's
coming.
NationWars.
Yeah, NationWars.
Remember these guys?
Yeah, they always bring the
Katowice.
flags and stuff.
Shout out to NationWars, man. Pretty awesome community.
Take down a Korean beer. Just a single tweet. Come on, guys. Send us your tweets. Hashtag NW3. This is the last day that you can show us your tweets. Show us how you're watching NationWars, how you're enjoying it, what you're drinking. It's a Sunday afternoon. I see Apollo already with a big bottle of champagne in his hand right now. Wow. Yeah, baby, he just doesn't stop. All right, we are loading into Orbital Shipyard, looking at the main base of the last Polish hope remaining, at least for now. It is Nurture.
If anybody can do it, it has to be him.
Has to be King Arthur himself, Todd. But what's the king to a god? Spawning in the bottom side of Orbital Shipyard, we're looking in the main base of our Korean Terran player, Innovation.
What's a god to a non-believer?
Let's see if Arthur believes or not.
Nurture is gonna have to play out of his mind here to beat the machine himself. And I guess like in terms of maps, I'm no TVZ expert, but it definitely could have been worse, I think.
Yes.
Both players are definitely, I think, quite all right with it being Orbital Shipyard.
Yeah, this is kind of a tricky map for Zerg to take your forward base, right? Because you have to knock down the rocks, unless you want to take it if you're Nurture right now at 3 o'clock. But yeah, if you would take it there, then you just have to cover so much distance between all your bases. And then eventually, if Innovation takes down your rocks, like the entire left side of the map will often go undetected. So I think it's easier to knock down your rocks and just expand towards 12 o'clock. This is an interesting opening, by the way, for Inno. He's opening up with 3 Rex Reaper, taking a note out of perhaps Marine Lord's playbook over here.
He learned from the master himself.
Yeah, he saw Marine Lord drop a bunch of grenades on the ground.
Yeah.
He saw 27 Zerglings explode at once, and he's like, not bad. I should try
I want to do that as well.
Yeah, that looked really fun, Marine Lord. It's of course been a popular build. I mean, just joking. Marine Lord did it multiple times in NationWars, but I know he's not the only Terran that's been doing it.
Nurture's defense is gonna have to be on point here for sure.
Nurture did defend against it already once, right?
Yeah, when he played against Marine Lord earlier. So
did it with roaches, a couple Zerglings, and then straight into roaches. We do see it relatively
look,
early.
It starts a roach run.
Yeah. Wow, he even avoided the Marine or the grenade.
Oh, I thought he was going to get the surround for a second here. Had a Warcraft 3 flashback, but no.
With those slow Zerglings, they're almost like your footmen, Todd.
They're like ghouls.
Press move, press move. He's like, yeah, got it. All right, so a very early roach run. How did Nurture know? Like, did that Overlord spot all 3 Rexes or something like that?
No, he didn't see anything. I think he probably just sensed it, man. It's Nurture. He's got some pretty sick game sense.
I'm kind of surprised by that. There is going to be a command center. Of course, the nice thing for Innovation here is that
maybe he starts the roach run, and if by a certain time he hasn't seen any Reaper, then he can cancel. That would be really smart, I think, to play it that way. Because then if you play against Reaper, you're good. If you don't, then you got a plan B.
Wow, he actually got a Reaper kill there, Todd, with Queens. That's something that's not supposed to happen. Yeah. That's really nice, because it's all about getting that critical mass of Reapers, of course. These roaches avoiding the grenades, and one of them almost got one more hit off. That would have been the second Reaper they get. Innovation not paying attention. Well, he is. Nurture, of course, has to avoid these grenades at all costs.
Playing dodgeball, man.
I always loved playing dodgeball in high school. I thought it was a very fun game.
Not quite the disruptor shots, but like you shouldn't underestimate it and underestimate those little grenades for sure.
Especially not if you try to run across the map with slow units. Like you just eat grenades over and over and over again, and by the time you make it to the other side of the map, A, your opponent bought an insane amount of time, and B, all your roaches are on red HP, so you definitely do have to respect them.
It'll take a long time. That's
why I think it's very smart that you're just going up to 3 bases. These Reapers avoiding the roaches for now. He's gonna try to what? Okay, ends up losing one more Reaper. That was very weird. That was an all choice by Innovation. Almost looked like he tried to kill the hatchery, but he should have known that was not possible.
You know what I really want to see in some of those games?
Tell me,
PCs
Todd.
with tactical jump. Would be so sick.
You know, I've only seen it actually being used once in a game against myself. And
Yeah?
I do play a lot. In the beta, Hart was doing it against me. I was very sad because I played like very passive. I was like, all right, I got a couple Blink Stalkers, a couple Zealots.
You lost?
Yeah, of course. It's hard, man. It's Axiom's hard. He's good. I'm not. Of course I lose to Hart. Like, he can do whatever he wants. Could probably beat me with Mass Hellion if he truly wants to.
Nah, don't sell yourself short, Roddy. You want a map against Zero Marine. That's more than many people can say.
Woohoo. All right, Double eBay is going to be the follow-up with Innovation, who of course does have a third command center as well. Stimpak and Combat Shield more than halfway done, while Nurture is just getting his own upgrades going. I kind of like this for Nurture so far, but of course Innovation is in a very, very, very decent spot, because he does have 3 CCs and he has Double eBay. But you know, Nurture being... Whoa! Nurture took like actually 0 damage. Did Nurture lose a single drone?
Nope.
No, he didn't lose a single unit. That's really well done.
Nurture stepped up so much in terms of like his game and skill, everything in Legacy of the Void. Like he said how much he enjoys the game and stuff, but I have to say I'm so impressed by him. Already had a really good run at Home Story Cup as well before finally being stopped by MMA.
And that was really close too. That was a 3-2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Could have been a 3-0, I think, for Nurture as well. That series. Pretty crazy.
No, I missed some of the finer details. I was having a drink with the Muslim.
Just a cheeky one.
Just cheeky one, you know. That's kind of what happens during Home Story Cup. But I did see a couple Nidus go down. I saw the final map on Scion Terraces. The Nidus network getting shut down. Anyway, I love how Nurture is playing this so far. I don't think I've ever seen a Terran opening up with 3 Rex Reaper and not killing a single Zergling or killing a single drone.
Look at how fast that Hive is. He just gets a bunch of Roaches, Ravagers. Nurture is already satisfied with his drone count of 68 against 52 SCVs. He's like, you know what? I can just get Infestors, be safe defensively with Bile plus Fungal, and I'm going to go straight into Hive Tech.
Well, you said it, Todd. What's a god to a non-believer? And so far, Arthur is showing us that he's an atheist because he doesn't believe in anything other than himself. He's putting himself in a really good position. Starting his 2-2 upgrades now as well with that Hive, like you said, Todd, more than halfway done. Innovation is going to march across the map for the first time here. And getting a cancel, I mean, this is something that hasn't really changed a whole lot since Heart of the Swarm. If you get a cancel on that 4th base, that would be massive. But I think the Roaches and Ravagers should be able to keep this base safe for now. Of course, Innovation wants to dodge those corrosive bows at all costs. Actually, the bows hurting the Roaches, not the Marines. So far, Innovation getting a very decent trade here.
Does he have energy?
Nope. That's why you should always get patching.
Oh, yeah, now he does. Oof, so close.
Let's start up that discussion again. If only he would have had patching glance.
Wasn't there someone who kept on talking about it like for a really long time?
Yeah, Destiny.
Oh yeah.
Destiny kept saying that everybody should just do it, and then there were a couple of people who said they shouldn't.
Like the world say no.
Yeah, some people say it's useless. To be honest, I'm kind of with Destiny. I think there are. I mean, I don't say you should get it immediately, but if you want to get investors throughout the entirety of the game, when you have 4 bases up and running, I don't see any reason not to get it, but that's just me.
Really cool overlord placement actually on the right-hand side here from Nurture. He's going to spot that one Medivac flying by, so he can start preparing. Fungal actually lands here. And
gets a couple of Marines. Didn't get the medevac, unfortunately, but he got a couple of Marines. There's good overlord placement as well on the right side of the map. So this medevac is going to get spotted. Nurture should be able to have a couple of units in position. Well, we can already see Lynx making their way downtown, walking fast, faces fast. And they're in the natural by now, Tom.
So many upgrades starting super early for Nurture. Like if you look at the production tab, it feels surreal. Like Terran has got 2-2 going and the 1 vehicle weapons, and Zerg's starting ultras, like everything. Adrenal glands, chitinous plating.
I mean, of course, if you open 3 Rex Reaper, you're hoping to do something with it, right? And Innovation just killed nothing, absolutely 0. And when we say nothing, it's not like he got a couple links. Like, no, he actually got nothing. That's just an absolutely phenomenal start for Nurture. This time he does indeed have Fungals by now. 5 Ultras on the way, 9 minutes into the game. I think even Innovation is going to get shocked when he will see these Ultras pop. He's like, whoa, you already got those?
Especially since Innovation. Oh, the Medivac.
No, Nurture.
Actually,
he could fungal this.
He's gonna get killed.
The fungal. Does he land one? No.
In the natural, he was defended very nicely as well by Nurture. Yeah. Innovation is on 35 Marines and 5 Marauders with 6 tanks. So, like, in terms of countering Ultras, he's not countering Ultras at all right now. I could totally see Nurture take a 5th base and then starting to completely steamroll.
And let's not forget that this is a map where it's very, very hard, I think, to secure your 4th base. I don't think that Nurture has to run in. I don't think he has to bomb rush a 3-base innovation. Just let him mine out those 3 bases. You know, this is Legacy of the
One
Void.
Ultra on the right-hand side against
Fungal, top of all those
units.
Marines. Fungal. He gets the medevacs, gets a couple of Marines
and
right
Link
after that.
swoop in from behind to try and not let this army retreat back. Double medivac drop though in the natural of Nurture here.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go there. He should just probably focus on defending. These medevacs are always quite committed because of the positioning of all these spore crawlers. But this drop is definitely doing quite a bit of damage now.
He's walking all the way back. He has to go all the way back. Starts another Ultralis Cavern already because he thinks he's going to lose the one. I think he might be right as well.
Yes.
Wow. I feel like Nurture might just be getting fed up with this drop soon. Like you should get like 10 spores in that natural and be like, all right, it's not going to be droppable anymore. Let's focus elsewhere now.
His Spire is finishing up, so that's going to make his life a little bit easier. He could get a couple of Corruptors and shut down some of this medevac aggression. The most important thing is just keep innovation on 3 bases. As long as innovation doesn't get a 4th base, I believe this is going still more than fine for Nurture. He's going to have his 3-3 upgrade soon as well. He of course already has Chitinous Plating for a while.
This army from Innovation is quite scary, but honestly, if you look at the amount of Ultras there are, like Nurture should be able to deal with this. Unless he takes a terrible fight, let's see, he's going to set up. Can he do it better than Elaser?
5 Ultras is actually not that many. Like, it's a solid number, but it's not an overwhelming amount of Ultras. A lot of units are actually in production at the moment for Nurture. 6 Corruptors were on the way, and a single Ultra.
He's doing such a sick job of kiting, forcing the fight from Nurture into him. Nurture is going to go for it. There's so many tanks and bio here. And Nurture is going to lose everything here. He fought before the Corruptors that he was making got there, and reinforcements arrived. So in a similar fashion to Innovation against Elaser, like Innovation makes the most out of these fights.
I really didn't like that engagement all that much. There are multiple Ultras on the way now for Nurture, but of course he had to wait a while before he could start it because he lost his Ultralis Cavern, and because of that he's going to lose his 4th base now. Wow, Innovation is just doing this again of 3 bases like it's nothing. He makes it look so easy. It's never supposed to be this easy, but he just makes it look easy. There are 5 Broodlords morphing on the high ground there. Those 5 Broods may be able to push his army back for a little bit, as there are a couple of Ultras trying to bite down as well, but...
Yeah, Nurture, he fought a little bit too early, and Innovation smelled blood in the water here. With dealing very well with that first army, he knows that he can press forward, so he's going to go for it. Nurture supply is plummeting, he just doesn't have enough, and even if he dealt with this, he's already lost so much. Losing 35 of these drones, he's going to be even more.
41 drones going down, the 4th base going down, maybe the 3rd base going down here as well. All the Ultras and the Queens went down. I think that's just going to be it. Innovation, despite the fact that he killed absolutely nothing with his 3-Rex Reaper opening, he just wins a fight when he's on 3 bases, marches across the map. I really feel like you said it, Todd. Like he kind of baited Nurture into that fight. He's like, hey, fungal these 6 tanks. Like this is going to be a really good fight for you. And Nurture's like, oh, really? Yeah, I got a couple Ultras. Let's go for it.
It's crazy to think like Innovation never even attempted to take a 4th base just yet. Like he's only now flying his main elsewhere. So he was committing everything that he had on these attacks. He said, you know what? You want to keep me on 3 bases? Fine. I'll stay on 3 bases. Let's see if you can deal with it. And the answer has been no. Nurture couldn't deal with this massive army.
This game is a little bit deceiving because that kind of just looks like Nurture got steamrolled there. And in that fight, he definitely did get steamrolled. But if this game, if that attack would not have worked, if Nurture would have waited for the Infestors, if he would have waited for 1 or 2 more Ultras or maybe Queens, get a better engagement, and he defends and he keeps that 4th base alive, this game is as good as over. Nurture has absolutely won it. He was in the back. It had to happen right there and then for Innovation. But because it's Innovation, it did happen.
Looks like Nurture is going to try one last time here to make something happen with his army of 5 Broodlords and 3 Ultras.
And he's getting Pathogen Glands.
Pathogen Glands with 4 Infestors.
Oh, man.
To add to the one that he's got. It's this is it, like Nurture, this is his final stand, his final attempt. 61 army supply to 113.
He has no NTR with his army. Like those 2 Vikings will slowly but steady kill every single Broodlord. It has to happen here. For Nurture, after losing his 4th base, losing his 3rd base pretty much, and all the drones. That is a massive fungal, but with only 2 Ultralis, well, these Ultras actually killed more than all the other Ultras combined, but that's still not going to be enough as GG is called. And Innovation has no time to waste.
He's not joking around today.
Wow. 3-0. I really believe this was going to be a close match, and I feel
I mean, 2 of the 3 matches have been close, and Innovation was kind of in a rough spot. But then he just kicks it into overdrive, and it's like, all right, you know, these foreigners want to make it difficult for me. Let's do this. You know, let's really play some StarCraft.
It's almost like he's in a rush or something, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to wait for Finland against France anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he can keep himself occupied.
He's like, hey guys, you know what? Like, can we change the rules? Like, maybe it's both Finland and France against me alone. Like, I'll just play a best of 17. Let's do it, man. Like, line them up.
If I lose one time, Korea lost.
Finland and France are like, yeah, it sounds like a great deal. Let's do it. And he's 3-0 Serral, 4-0 entire France.
Serral did pretty well last time. So.
He's like, what? This is the B team of France. Bring me the A team too. It's like Drogo.
Innovation in NationWars 3 is this tank. So sick. Just dragging them through mud, man.
No sleep since the last broadcast. Oh, then you gotta feel rough, buddy.
Sleep is for the weak.
Programming my keyboard. Programming. Ah, okay. I guess he's like lining up the colors and stuff. It looks cool. Some of the people have really cool keyboards with awesome layouts. Waiting for Poland to upset Finland to wreck France outside minus 13 degrees in sauna plus 80.
Yeah, the dog's not impressed though. Looking elsewhere. That was yeah, that's actually, you can't really watch StarCraft in sauna, can you? I don't think there is like any device that you could take there that would survive.
Maybe there is like a cage that like I think there might be
a cage.
No, like you can put like your your iPad,
yeah,
like a little box, a little cage, a little case.
Yeah. Anyway, innovation, man.
Well, do you know the 4th map, Johan? Man, Poland has got their work cut out for them. Poland has had a phenomenal run so far. They truly look like the strongest nation outside of Korea in this tournament.
Arena.
Arena is going to be the final map. Oof.
I guess, I mean, it has to be Nurture, right?
When Mana wants to bust out some Tempest play on the Arena, it's pretty good. No, I think you're right. It has to be Nurture, but I don't think Arena is a... I mean, Arena is not a horrible map. It's just kind of an awkward map, right? Like, it just plays out so weird in so many ways. We did see Innovation play a very long game against Serral in NationWars, so maybe...
And it was one that we felt he could lose. It's so funny, actually, how like it always looks like Innovation can lose in those games, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, even today, like 2 out of 3 games, I really felt he was losing. The first one, it has to be Nurture. Wally!
Nurture, all right. King Arthur wants to try and get another shot here at Innovation to try and all-kill South Korea, so it's going to be on Arena.
The 4 maps, there's like Cyan Terraces left, Runes of Saras.
In before Innovation, 3 racks in the middle of the map.
And maybe he does the build that Funka did yesterday, where you can build a supply depot in the little hallway, and then you build 2 racks behind it, or 3.
That's the one I meant.
Seems like a pretty good build.
And I mean, like, he's already up 3-0. Maybe he could try something like this, like all right, YOLO.
I mean, so far, Innovation didn't really seem to be like the kind of player that wants to take it easy over here, that wants to put up one hell of a show. But whenever Innovation can win, he just wins immediately. That's pretty much has been the tone. And it's been rough for him. Like, I really feel kind of sad for Poland, because I don't think the score is very... does a very good job in reflecting of how these games have been, because in both Game 1 and Game 3, I think the Polish players were in excellent positions. Mana never really had it going for himself. It would be unfair to hype up that game. He just got caught off guard. Wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But both Nurture and Elaser put themselves in a good position, but that's just the first step you take as a player in somehow being able to defeat somebody as good as Innovation. Get yourself in a good spot. Hey, awesome. Now actually finish it. Well, that makes it, that's often 3 times as hard.
Yeah, I don't know. What does it take to beat Innovation? What was the difference between when Serral won against him the one time and these games, you think?
Well, when Serral won against him, he broke down the backdoor rocks on Central Protocol. That game ended quick, so maybe that's I
guess surprising Innovation is like the way you beat him, but it feels like it can't really happen anymore.
Moral of the story: make it quick. Don't even give him 3 bases start. Keep it at 2. Innovation.
Keep it at 1, man.
Yeah, we've just seen that like containing you on 3 bases is not going to do it, so you're going to have to do it on 2. Arena is a very unique map, so maybe this is the map where Nurture can start at least some sort of a comeback for Poland. As we are looking at the main base of our Korean Terran player that's been on a rampage so far, it is Innovation.
The machine.
A lot of people said he would be crushing Poland today, Wolf being one of them. Well, he's right in the end, even though he did have to break a couple sweats. So far, he is crushing them.
And his opponent, he's the last hope from Poland. It is, of course, King Arthur, notre. Gonna have to do better than last game. He was pretty good, especially at the start, but from a certain point onwards, I think it was that first big drop, the double medivac in his natural, in the pocket natural,
because
that put
that
him
one,
in trouble.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Jan, because that one picked up the Ultralisk Cavern, which then forced him to not build Ultras for a while, and then he finally queued up 1 or 2 Ultras again that were not ready for the big fight, because he had to wait so long before that second Ultralisk Cavern was ready. And I also think he had like 6 Corruptors on the production tab that didn't participate in the fight.
Yeah.
He also fought in a beautiful concave of Innovation, like Innovation really wanted to fight there. notre shouldn't have fought there, and notre also fought without, let's say, 30 of his army supply, maybe even more if he left some units behind to deal with drops.
I don't think that notre had to engage just yet. That's the thing. You know, you need to wait until like the last second if you can. If you can get more units out, if you can get more upgrades, and he had some upgrades on the way as well. So if he finds himself in a similar situation here, he's gonna have to be careful. But we've seen how deadly Innovation can be when he pushes through that area in the middle next to the watchtower with tanks and bio.
And it would have been deeper on creep and quicker to the reinforcements, and maybe some queens could have participated in the battle. There were just so many things that notre could have done better there, and there are so many reasons why notre should not have taken that fight on that moment. But
I think notre got too comfortable. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm winning. I'm not losing anything. I got ultras.
I've got ultras. I've been reading Reddit. I heard that all I have to do right now is attack move, and I'll be fine." But apparently, it's not that easy.
Like rushing to Broodlords like he did was unnecessary. Like he should have kept his bank to remake more ultras after defending, you know, in the big fight, or even reinforcing as quickly as possible.
But focusing on the positive for notre, he did have a phenomenal start. He did barely take any damage. Once again, this is a pretty early Roach Warren, by the way. This time the follow-up from Innovation is very different though. notre trying to get this round up. You know, notre makes stuff like this, the early game, look easy as well, not losing anything.
Yeah.
As soon as the first Reaper shows up in my mineral line and drops a grenade, I was like, alright, it's acceptable to lose 1 probe.
You don't even try, right?
No, like when I see the grenade go down, it's like, if it's still here, that probably means that my photon overcharge will kill the Reaper. Like, I traded the Reaper for a probe, that's great, you know, I'm happy with it. And notre just like takes 0 damage. It's these small things, but if you're playing against it, you'll notice that it's really not that easy.
Yeah. 8 roaches on the way here. This could be dangerous for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of roaches, Johan.
Do you think he's gonna get more units, or is he gonna drone up behind?
Maybe, yeah, he doesn't have Zergling speed, but he's still queuing up 2 overlords. Maybe a few more roaches. Maybe he's just gonna go absolutely no drones. Okay, but still, 8 roaches is not the type of amount like, oh, let's be safe against Hellions. Like, no, you want to do something with it.
He's gonna see it, but he didn't see it like as soon as they came out. So now he doesn't. He has very little time to do much about it. Didn't have a bunker.
Yeah, most likely he's gonna stabilize on the high ground here, right? Yeah, exactly. Salvage that supply depot, evacuate the SCVs, just bring them all to safety, and wait for your Banshee to be out. Of course, notre has to be familiar with this scenario. So hopefully he can drone up hard enough behind this, because of course we want to see more games here today on the final day of NationWars Season 3. Maybe getting the reactor would be nice, or a supply depot. Maybe he can actually get the tech lab, so then only a single Banshee would be out. I think getting the tech lab here, getting both tech labs actually would be awesome for notre.
He's gonna get it here, the tech lab from that one starport. So no cloak, that was denied. And now notre is looking to try and get more SCVs if he can. I don't think he cares too much about these Hellions. The Banshee is actually not shooting. Innovation, what are you doing?
It's very
oh my god.
It's very important, by the way, that notre gets a couple of roaches behind this, which he's already doing. Because how many times haven't we seen just Hellions counterattacking and then killing so many drones on the other side of the map? He's gonna trap these roaches in the main base. Maybe he can get the tech lab one more time here. Nice, he's just gonna go for more and more SCVs. Only 24 SCVs remaining. notre has roaches on the other side of the map, and I think that's so important.
notre is doing so much damage. Innovation got caught off guard here big time, and he's lost so many SCVs already, down to 19 against 35 drones. He's gonna lose even more. He's got quite a few Hellions and the 1 Banshee, and this time around he's gonna be able to get Cloak and a 2nd Banshee. But with this amount of SCVs dying, notre, all he has to do is now defense against this big army, and he's gonna be all right.
I'm not going to cheer too early though, because how many times haven't we seen Innovation being behind and then somehow turning it around? But this, once again, does look like a phenomenal start for the Polish Zerg. No cloak for a while. I mean, it's halfway done now. But the biggest thing is no stim. Like, stim is so far gone.
42 drones against 23 SCVs. Like, If Innovation wins this, like whoever makes it to the final should forfeit. Like it's ridiculous. Like.
Look, Innovation is not even getting a tag lap anymore on his Rex. He's just gonna make tanks instead.
Oh, I really like this. Lots of spores. Because he knows there's going to be Cloak and most likely 2 to 3 Banshees at least. He wants to make sure that he's going to be really safe here, Nurture.
You don't want to find yourself. Oh!
Just before Cloak as well. If he had gotten that, it would have been great for Nurture.
Yeah, now it's still risky though, because the moment he is like in range of a Spore Crawler for a split second,
some as well.
The Queens could immediately pick him up. Both Banshees are coming on their way home, so eventually Innovation is going to be fine over here, but not before losing a couple of SCVs once again. Don't lose all the Roaches though, because you have to worry about the tank follow-up. Tank, Heli and Banshee is going to be the counter. I'm a little bit worried here for Nurture. He's losing a lot of Roaches. Yes, he killed 10 SCVs, but I think Innovation wants to counterattack soon, and it's very important that Nurture has units to deal with it.
I think Innovation is going to siege.
Yeah.
He's getting siege tanks. Like it's almost like some sort of like 1-1-1.
Yep. It's like a pseudo 1-on-1 of 2 bases. Like he's not even getting stim anymore, so this is pretty much it. Ravager's on the way now for Nurture. That's very nice.
It feels like Nurture needs Mutas, but it's the last thing that he would get here because he's on Road Ravager.
I think
if he had Mutas against this, like obviously kill everything.
I think Ravagers are fine though. I mean, Innovation doesn't have a whole lot. Look at these Queens, by the way. They're quite
there's no Medivac to pick up the siege tank, so he might die. Yeah, the Banshees start dying as well. There is Spores in good position to help and defend. Nurture does it here, it defends.
Has it finally happened, Todd? Has Innovation lost the game here after winning like 7 or 8 in a row in NationWars Season 3? It seems right now he is truly in a world of trouble, that even if you're Innovation, it takes an absolute miracle to still turn this one around. 43 army supply against 16, 47 drones against 30 SCVs. There is detection over here. There are Queens marching across the map. I don't think there's a single bunker. There's like 1 tank left. 2 more Rexes go down for Innovation, but really well done by Nurture.
Yeah, I don't think he should overextend here though against siege tank.
We've seen it before. Don't let him get to 3 bases, Todd. Finish him!
Yeah.
Finish him!
Innovation really doesn't have much. Like it would have to be, I guess, a miraculous ult as Nurture rallies more and more Roaches across the map. He's gonna break through this wall and he wants to end it here.
Yeah, and there are no medevacts like you mentioned before, so he can't pick up these tanks. So corrosive
one medivac would have made a world of difference, I think. He's being patient as well. Just sitting there, dropping the creep.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love that he's dropping creep over here.
Infest that CC. No, that was another game.
Roach is trying to get in range of the tanks, but Corrosive Ball will finish off the last tank as well. Now there are still 2 Queens alive to take care of these Banshees. Once again, 16, 17 SCVs go down, and Innovation has to tap out. Nurture fights back. Nurture strikes back for Poland as he makes this a series.
Finally, man. It took some time, but he's finally kicked in high gear here and caught Innovation off guard, and now it's going to be for Parting or Hydra to try and stop him. Really good game. Like, it really feels like Innovation, he didn't even suspect there could be a Roach Warren and Roaches on the way. And even though like he saw it decently early with the Watchtower in the middle of the map, like I don't know, like if you don't have a bunker, it's really, really hard. Maybe he should have made one immediately up his ramp, even though I think he had only like 1 Marine or something patrolling there. He could have helped quite a bit, or like re-walled behind his initial wall.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the best thing to do is what he was doing, like evacuating the SCVs and then just repair the supply depots at all costs. Wait for the Banshee, wait for the Hellions. Because if the Roaches are trapped on the ramp, the Hellions, they're not great, but they actually do a reasonable amount of damage, you know, if 4 or 5 Hellions splash over those Roaches and just keep repairing. Are you going to lose 10, 12, 14 SCVs? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But I think that's still better than what happened now, because now he lost Cloak, he lost him.
And the Banshee stopped attacking actually for some time. That was really bad. Like the Banshee not attacking for like a couple seconds. I think it was like 5 seconds. Is actually can change everything. So that was like his highest DPS by far. So Innovation definitely put in some good work. Got 3 kills, but gets stopped here eventually.
And now it's going to get really interesting, right? Because we know that Nurture ZVZ is good. We know it's very good. We also know that his ZVP is almost godlike from what I've seen. Like, I love Nurture's ZVP. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think he's extremely strong. So who is it going to be? I want to know. Do we know already? Come on, O Gaming. Give it to me. I need to know.
Calling out a producer big time.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're just waiting for us to finish up our chit-chat, but it's like, no, I want to know who's going to be the next player.
I don't know. It sounded more like, show it to me right now. Don't make me go over there.
I'm looking at them. Maybe they don't know yet. All right.
Here we go.
We're building up the
Spoiler,
anticipation.
it might say reveal before the player name comes. No, there is no player name reveal on any of the team. If there was, though, it'd be pretty confusing. Hydra or Parting? Zerg
What's the map? What's the map?
or Protoss?
I don't want to look. Just tell me the map.
It's
Central.
Central.
Hydra.
Yeah.
Hydra. Yeah. All
clever
right.
guy.
All right. So it's going to be a ZVZ between Hydra and Nurture. I think that's going to be sick.
Yeah. And
Also-
actually,
Ooh.
yeah, if
Yeah.
Nurture wins here, we go to Prion Terraces for a double goal base play, potentially, in a ZVP.
So this NationWars is still alive and kicking. You guys thought Korea already made it to the final? Not yet. They're still going to have to work for it. And this is a really big series for Hydra as well. You know, a lot of people have been kind of criticizing the Korean team, saying it's not as strong as it could have been and that Hydra shouldn't be on the team. If Hydra takes out Nurture here, that is a really big victory. Because if he doesn't, like Todd said, then it's going to be partying against Nurture on Cyan Terraces. We know that's not easy. And then it's truly anybody's game. So this could actually get very, very epic.
It's already epic, man, but yeah, it could get even more epic if that's even possible. But I believe we're gonna head to a break before we come back with the next game. It's gonna be Hydra versus Nurture, so don't go anywhere, guys.
I'm okay. I need to destroy him.
It is the time. Go, King Arthur.
What is this?
Reverse all kill time.
Reverse all kill, baby. It is happening. Innovation Zone. Here is a thumbs up from Arthur.
What a positive guy.
What
He's
a
at
positive
the beach
guy.
in his trousers.
Having fun on the beach. My setup for Paul versus Crit, it's not casual vodka. That's 1/2, 60% of power.
60
I
volume.
guess he means 60 volume, 60 power. Maybe 60%. So pleaser. True vodka power.
Go Poland,
Go
fight
Poland,
back
fight
for
back
China.
for China.
Translate this, Sean.
China.
Fight for China. China #1.
China #1. Let's go.
China number 5 to 8.
Oh.
Oh, they were quarterfinal finish, you know.
Where is England?
Snap.
Top 64. Outside the main tournament.
No, it wasn't. It was like top
Yeah, top
24 or something, right?
No.
17,
Oh, that's right,
32.
actually. Top 32 then.
Yeah,
we'll take top
32,
32.
17. It's okay.
We are the top 32 best nation in
that's all right.
StarCraft 2. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the best.
I mean, where is Spain?
Same.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, let's
Nurture
go.
versus Hydra. Zerg versus Zerg.
He can do this. He can
We
do
wanted Drogo, but he was busy. So we've got you instead. I hope you can do this as good as Drogo can.
I'm not sure. I can't.
Well,
I will do
hope
my
so,
best. I will do my
because
best.
yesterday you did really good in Zerg vs. Zerg. You were
Oh.
shouting and screaming.
Thank you very much.
We love
Okay,
you.
well now we need it on Central Protocol.
Oh, yeah.
3-1 Korea lead. Nurture all the way for a 4-3 victory for Poland if it's to happen. Here we go.
Okay, he's on the bottom on the right. He's from Poland. He's from the team Hazer. He's red. It's Zerg. He's Nacho.
I like it. It was good.
Thank you very much.
And his opponent, starting in the top right-hand side, representing Korea, he wants to finish things up. ZVZ, he's also his specialty. It's Hydra.
So what is going on?
That?
I don't know. What is
I'm not
going on.
sure.
And I like,
Isn't this a very aggressive map moment because of the lack of ramp?
and look, Nacho is playing aggressive too. He's
Yeah.
taking gas, pool for making Zergling speed and perhaps bending. And I like how he's playing. They're in cross position, so he can go to the main of the second base of Hydra very quickly. And Hydra is playing archery first.
Yeah, with gas and then pull afterwards.
So who do you like this better for then?
Nacho, because I like aggressive and he got
Yeah, but,
timing. how he can-
do you mean like, I don't mean like in terms of personal preference, I mean in terms of like being ahead. You think he's like...
Yeah, Nacho.
Yeah, Nacho. Yeah, because I like when he play aggressive like now, because the ramp of the base is very strong, so very big, so it's very difficult.
It's almost like Hydra has to skip Zergling speed and go straight for Banelings because it's so far behind where Nurture is. If he tries to go for Zergling speed of his own, there's such a time window where there's going to be Zergling speed finish for Nurture, there's going to be Banelings out on the map, just because of the two builds.
So how can he... What's Hydra's chance to defend this?
It's definitely possible. I've seen many players do it.
And with Queen.
Yeah.
But in what base then?
No, you can stay. You can wait. You know, on your main, and the Zergling can eat your main, your base. You know, your
Eat?
expand. Eat, yeah, eat.
What do you mean?
Fight.
Hits,
yeah.
hits, okay.
Hit, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you can eat too, you know, and give time, you know, for the queens, for the Zergling. And now look, you said that, and he say banding before speed Zergling. It's very important for defend that.
Yeah. So it comes down to control essentially.
Yeah. Let's go to the control. Nature is doing very well. Yeah, but I think he's doing very well, Hydra. Nice macro.
Oh, that one nice.
I think so Nurture's lost out actually.
Yeah.
And Nurture lost what, 2?
Oh, 4-3. Oh,
it's so big because in this beginning when you need to put more banning and more Zergling for kill this base, and finally Hydra played very well, so he didn't lose nothing.
The double queens now and then banelings. It's already a pretty set up well for a defense.
Nurture's expanding though. He's not committing everything to these bots. He's getting more and more links. He's not going back into drones.
The thing is, you can do also, you can technically break down the back. It does take a long time, but that is another option you have.
Now, let's do banning. Only 2 banning. Nice. Well played, versus Nacho. He dodged the banning. So now you come to the main with the Zergling spin without speed for Hydra. He can do some little damage. 2 or 3 downs.
Oh, that bailing, that one bailing. Oh. Actually killed
I think that's pretty good
quickly.
from Hydra.
Yeah, very nice. I think he lost no Zergling. 1 drones, perhaps?
Yeah. A 10 supply lead here.
Look,
There's so much more for Hydra. I think this is a very, very good defense.
Nurture in trouble here.
Yeah,
Hydra's going to have speed as well.
This is bad news. And now we see Zergling speed finishing for Hydra.
Yeah, and you can see Hydra got 3 drones more Zergling. He got so many things more.
Now this Nurture who has to defend. He's trying to buy time, that's why he moved his lings up, but the banelings aren't ready.
They're gonna the queen, the banding, Hydra coming. Is Siron? Look, oh my god, he's playing very well and he got nothing now, Nacho. What is going on, Nacho? Wake up, please.
He's in trouble. This could be Korea going through to the grand finals.
He don't have a queen of the main. The drones will gonna die.
GG Hydra 4-1.
Wow.
Korea in the grand finals. Boom. Nurture couldn't do it.
Unlucky. Woo. GG well played.
GG well played. Korea is the first finalist of NationWars 3, 4-1 over Poland. Parting not needed, but of course the grand finals is a little bit later on today. Korea will play within the next couple of hours, but it is a 4-1. Very, very good defense there from Hydra against that attack.
A sad way to lose after winning a game against Innovation.
Yes.
For sure, but...
very fast game.
Korea, I mean, they were the favorite and they deliver here once again with a 4-1. They haven't looked invincible, but in his own way, Innovation looks like it's just so hard to beat him.
I mean, I think that, you know, Poland might be a stronger team than Finland and France, so I think Korea are going to be very, very happy that they've taken out maybe the toughest team that they could have faced in the top 4 here. So they're going to be feeling very comfortable for a potential first place finish.
Wow, and Korea, when you remember the match they did on the group 4-2, 4-3, now 4-2 and 4-1 Poland. What is going on? 5-0 for the final?
Maybe, man.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Scary. That's a very scary thought. But of course, there are a couple of very good players still left to play. Cyril's already had a good time against Korea previously.
Marine Lord.
Maybe Marine Lords with a bit of...
Lilbo.
Maybe Stefano just, you know, rubs off the cobwebs.
Yeah, he will come at the final. It's okay.
And plays very well. But that leaves us with the next map that's coming up, the next game, sorry.
Yes.
It's going to be France versus La Finland.
Yeah.
How do you say Finland in French?
Finland.
Huh?
Finland.
What?
It's the same as Finland, but with
you
our
say
accent.
it with a weird...
Finland.
Finland.
Yeah, Finland, perfect.
Finland. La Finland.
La Finland.
La
Finland.
He's so happy, like, La Finland, I speak French now.
That doesn't make you sound fresh to go like La Finland. Doing your head like this. Like, that's not how we speak.
It's how I put emphasis on the accent.
I like it.
Of French. I've got a decent French accent, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad. You should see me afterwards. I taught French after the show finishes usually. I go out and start speaking French around the town. No one understands what I say, but I
Yeah?
try my best.
That's okay.
Yeah,
If you
Moment
try
does
to
the
match,
same thing.
I can.
Yeah, I mean,
I just said
you're in
thing
the same
always.
boat as
Yeah.
me, man. You don't speak French either.
I don't speak French. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak English, so I can speak, and the people say, yeah, but he doesn't understand. It's okay. Thank you.
I think we're going to be going to
Yeah.
a winner's interview very shortly. That was the Blitz cameo of casting for you today. You've come on for 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's go.
Back off again.
But 3 minutes intense. I like it. When
Yeah,
it's
short and-
intense,
short and
shortly,
intense.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
know what?
straight
what
to
I
the
mean.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
know what
know.
I mean.
Exactly, yeah, I know. Are you excited for France playing?
Yeah.
Have you got another bottle of champagne?
Yeah.
You do?
We got one. We got only one, so and if France win,
The semis, and if they win the finals,
yeah,
I mean...
that's a problem. I
What
think
do
I will.
you-
Stay away, just stay away from Drogo, because I don't know if you saw his stare, but
He
I'm,
was mad
I'm
at
pretty
you.
scared,
He
and I
was
didn't do
mad.
anything.
Nah, he loved me.
No, he's mad. Didn't you not see the video?
Yeah, I
Did
see
you
the
see his
video.
face?
I see the
His
face.
is a-
So what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
he like
soaked
it.
his one jacket. It's his only jumper he's got.
He said it was his best jacket.
It's
Best
his
jacket.
best. It's his favourite. It's his only one. You soaked it.
He like it.
Now he has to wear a t-shirt all day. He's a little bit cold.
I was so happy when I did that. I am always happy. I need to do the same with you.
What, soak me in champagne?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a pretty good run by Poland, though. Like I feel like even though they take a top 3, top 4 here, so to speak, they will be remembered as, I mean, depending on what happens down the line, as the best team so far in the tournaments outside of Korea. Like it could change if somebody somehow like puts up a really good fight in the finals against Korea, or even beats them. Then you're gonna have to say, obviously, oh, this team did better than Poland. But so far, Poland. So I think I would say they were the one team that outside of Korea has impressed the most by far.
Yeah.
Finland play well, very well. I think they did 3-4 versus Korea. So with Cyril, I don't know. Yeah, Poland is I think perhaps the best team outside of Korea, but I don't know. When I see one, it's only one day. One player can be the best one day. It's best of one. He can destroy everybody. So perhaps
definitely,
France,
Marine Lord or Lilbo could step up very easily.
Stefano.
Or Stefano, yeah.
You left Stefano out. Man.
Yeah, why?
No,
That's the thing of Stefano didn't play well, but perhaps he will wake up and destroy everybody.
Okay, I'll cross my fingers and toes for that.
Yeah, me
and
too.
everything else I can.
What will you do if he does?
I don't know.
If Stefano gets more than 2 wins today, I feel like you need to do a celebration on top of the other ones you've got planned.
I will do it. I think it's not so...
That'd be pretty epic if you did.
Yeah, but 2 points. Wow. He can do. He can. Lilbo 2, Marine Lord 2. Let's go. Yeah, we will see after. In, I think, 15 minutes, perhaps. Because we got to interview now. And
Yeah,
after,
we're still waiting just to get Hydra on the call, and we'll hear from him very shortly. Looking forward to seeing what he's got to say. He's going to be expected results.
Keep on sending your tweets. Hashtag NW3. We want to see your setup.
Yeah.
What you're drinking, eating, doing at the same time as you're watching NationWars. What would you be eating if you were at home a moment?
No, I think calzone is the best way.
What?
Pizza, calzone. You don't know?
Oh, the
calzone.
folded pizza.
Yeah.
Calzone?
Yeah, calzone.
Like what? You buy it pre-made or you make it yourself?
I make it.
You make
You
it?
make it?
Yeah.
Can you cook?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're Spanish, not Italian. I thought you were going to say tapas or something.
I know, I can do paella.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sick. You're like the perfect housewife, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Well, you can come when you want in my home, you know?
I will.
Where do you live? Do you live in Paris?
Yeah.
In the center somewhere?
Yeah, in Paris, yeah. But we're going to do something.
If you'll be my wife.
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind.
Wow, it's going to be very rude together.
I heard you played a couple of games with Rotti before, and you've lost a couple.
Conflict. Yeah.
I thought you meant Starcraft.
No.
No, Starcraft, he don't play, Roti.
He don't play?
No, I was
Be careful.
Be careful, it's coming out. Yeah, and you. Everybody is saying you are the best player caster. The best caster player.
Who else would be better?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Who?
Yeah, nobody, I think, yeah. Perhaps Yogo? Perhaps
Yogo?
Me? Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. We don't know. And you?
No.
Why?
No, I can't beat Todd.
Yeah, I think.
I could beat you, man. I could beat Todd.
No.
It looks like the winner's interview is finally
Save
ready.
us.
Hydra is on the
Save us,
phone.
please.
Let's go hear from him.
All right, guys, thank you very much. I'm over here with Yogo
Hello.
and Drogo. Yogo, let's talk about that first before we say hello to Hydra. Could you beat Todd?
Could you beat Lotol? Last time he beat me. I'm pretty bad against Protoss right now, and I saw him play a lot during this show, this NationWars 3, and he looks pretty good. So it would be close, but I think I would lose.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen you be humble.
What? I'm just trash talking against you.
Double-faced on camera. All right, I see how this is going. Anyway, let's talk with Hydra. Hydra, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, Parting is here as well?
Yeah, Parting is here.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
So sick. Hi, Parting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. First of all, Hydra, I want to ask you a question. Because you've got a very important win there. Like, Innovation did a really good job, obviously. But then you had to go up against Nurture. And if you would have lost it, then Parting would have to play on a very bad Protoss map, I think. So did you feel a lot of pressure, or were you not nervous at all?
No, I didn't feel a lot of pressure at all because Innovation played really well, as you saw. And, Innovation is in my back, so I just didn't worry at all.
But overall, you look much better in this match on the run of 8 of this NationWars 3 because in the run of 16, you didn't look that great. Did you practice much the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I've been practicing so many games nowadays because I had a good vacation in Korea, and it's time to practice so many games to show good games in WCS or many tournaments.
Okay, so you feel ready for 2016?
Yeah.
A lot of people said that maybe Poland was going to be the toughest opponent for you guys. Now you're going up against either France or not Germany, France or Finland in the grand final. Are you guys worried about it at all, or not at all, knowing that it's a best of 9, more opportunities? Did you guys feel like you already won it, or are you still a little nervous?
I think we are the favorite in this tournament, and Innovation said he's really confident in every matchup, but against Burroughs is a little bit harder. But against Burroughs is best matchup for Parting, so we are good, I think.
I mean, Innovation said his confidence, but in his game, we saw him getting pretty behind often, and then obviously coming back. But were you worried at any point when you see Innovation versus Laser being down by 50 supply after a terrible opening?
Yeah, we were so worried about, but yeah, he played really well after that.
Even if Korea is the favorite country for this NationWars 3, we still did not have seen a single all kill from you. Do you think final is the time maybe for you to all kill, even if it's a best of 9 or not a best of 7?
I don't know. It's a new game, so it's really hard to all kill a team. You have to win 4 or 5 games in a row. That's, I think, kind of impossible. Even if for Innovation, it's pretty hard. Yeah.
But you can do it, right, Parting?
뭐라는 거예요?
올킬 할 수 있냐고.
만약에 기적이 일어나면 가능하다고 해주세요.
He can do if he has a miracle build or something.
Are we going to see Parting bring out something special in the final? Because normally, Parting loves to make a show out of everything he does in life. So, if Parting is going to play in the final or maybe a post game, can we expect something special from Parting, or is he all business today?
그 결승에서 특별한 거 기대할 수 있냐고 물어보는데.
제가 나가기도 전에 나머지 분들이 잘하니까 그 전에 그냥 나가기 전에 끝날 것 같다고 게임이. 왜냐하면 이제 결승 상대들이 다 못하는 팀이어서 이길 것 같다고 해주세요.
He said France and Finland players are so bad players, so we're gonna win before I played. Yeah.
All right, so he's just here to enjoy the show. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Get some rest, get ready for the finals, which will probably start in roughly 2 hours, I guess, something like this. So you guys have a little bit of time to prepare. Any final words, Hydra, parting?
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
We love you too, parting.
We love you too. See you guys later. Always a pleasure. All right, they sound pretty relaxed and confident.
Yeah. I love parting saying like, "Oh, we will win before I have to play." Meaning maybe innovation will take care of the final.
Yeah, like if I was Finland or France captain, I would be like, okay, if we qualify for the final, it's gonna be innovation first again. We need to prepare for that. So it's good info. Thank you, Parting.
All right, let's go back over to the boys at the desk because we're getting ready, I believe. Well, we're going to have a small break afterwards, but soon we're getting ready for a second semi-final. And that's when the studio will get turned up, as it's going to be France against Finland.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm so excited.
You pumped?
Oh my God, yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, the champagne will come everywhere. I like it. And you? Are you
France
ready, Todd?
versus Finland, just around the corner.
Oh yeah.
It's
What do you
gonna be
think?
good, man.
What do you think now?
It's time to help Marine Law do the job here, maybe. Frenchies, Lilbo and Stefano score some points and take the win here because we all want you to win. All the Frenchies here.
There's been a lot of dependency on Marine Lord for sure. Lilbo and Stefano to join forces with Marine Lord in hope for a victory against Finland. Of course, their main player being Cyril. And then, of course, the winner of that goes up against South Korea in the grand finals later on this evening. We're going to take a couple of minutes break. And when we come back, it's time for France!
Wale!
Wale! To play Finland.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it!